All right. Good morning, everyone. It's 8:30. It's time for the October Leitchfield Tourism and Convention Commission meeting. Thank you for being with us. We'll call the meeting to order now. We'll first introduce our visitors. We have Nick Ramsey with the Scare on the Square. If you'd like to take the podium and tell us a little bit about how the event went last week, we'd like to hear about it.
Hello, everyone. How's it going?
Good morning.
Great. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, we had a fantastic event this year. I believe we had a little counter for the people coming in. I believe at one point we counted 2,400.
Wow.
We can't be exact all the time because
Sure.
people are coming and going, but I think 2,400 at one point, and that was around, the event was from 5 to 10 this year, so I think we were doing the counting around 6 o'clock for that.
Mm-hmm.
We did something a little different this year. So many booths want to want to hand out candy. We encourage them to do, have games, do other things. Mm-hmm. But the ones that wanted to primarily hand out candy, we kind of put them in a certain section to where people could line up for that if they did want to do that, so that when they got to a certain point, they could visit other vendors as they chose. You can move on, you can kind of hop around, go. And then we kind of separated the food trucks kind of off on their own a little bit too. That way they could kind of see the selection that was happening instead of kind of hopping around the square.
Yeah.
So it seemed to go rather smoothly this year, and even though there was a high amount of people on the square.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the idea. So,
yeah.
Do you need our help? Any further help from Tourism Commission on that event?
Well, I mean,
It's offhand.
we could always use more funds.
Sure, yeah.
Coming up next year will be our 10th year doing it.
Wow.
So it'll be a big anniversary for us, from starting so very small to growing it to, what we think is a huge event. So, that could always be something we could, come back and talk to you guys about, or something like that. But, I think you guys could agree it's one of the biggest events in town.
Oh, yeah, it's
and
great, yeah.
People still love it. People still get excited about it. We have a huge presence on social media with it, with, everybody back and forth with us. So, that's kind of where it stands. And we always do it rain or shine, and so far we've been pretty lucky in that regard. Usually,
Good time of year, usually.
Usually when we have had the rain, it's at the end of the night when we're picking up, so we're doing okay there so far.
Well, great. Thank you for your work.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Everybody involved is Chelsea and Dustin, and everybody works hard at it. So
Good job. Thank you all. Appreciate it. Thanks for being with us.
Nick, you're welcome to stay for the remainder of the meeting, or you can leave if you have things you
You're free to go if you'd like.
completely up to
We're
you.
pretty exciting. You might want to stick around. All right, we'll move on down the agenda. We have the minutes from the last meeting. If you haven't had a chance to review those, please do so now. Take any questions or comments, or we'll take a motion to approve those. Angie and Anthony, first and second. All in favor with the sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so moved. Thank you. Financial reports. Elsa and Sabrina sent those out last week. Should have had. Yep.
Included in there, and the LAC season loss. I went ahead and did a 5-year season loss on that, just so you can see your.
Sure, yeah, projection.
Doing at the athletic center.
Yeah.
If y'all ever have any questions about any of that, the reason we have to do the season loss is your budget reports don't really show the season because it's 2 different fiscal
Right.
years. So that season loss, what it does is it's from October 1st, which is when the pool was already closed.
Right.
Through September 30th.
Okay, good.
So it kind of gives you a year's worth of, obviously some of those may be from prior year. or
Right.
whatever, But that's about as true as you can get with your season.
No,
expenses.
I like that. Thank you.
Thank you, Sabrina. You always do a good job.
You're welcome, thanks.
Any other questions or comments on the financials? It's pretty boring, it looks like, which is good when it comes to financial. Can we get a motion to approve those?
I'll make a motion.
Joyce with first. Can I get a second? Lyndall, all in favor, sign of aye.
Aye.
All All right, so moved. On to old business, Parks and Rec. The floor is yours. Let me make sure you're getting your FaceTime.
The wheels aren't locked, are they? Because that would be embarrassing. Okay. Does work? All right. Okay, thank you all for the opportunity. I just, old and new, since I'm standing
Yeah,
here.
how about it?
This is so distracting. Wanted to just update you on the lounge chairs. In order for them to start production, Sunbright, the original manufacturer that the first chairs came from when LAC was open, that's thanks to Elsa that she ran them down, and we wanted to stick with the same chair. They seem to be a better quality than the second group that was purchased. So they will not start production until they receive 50% of the invoice. That check is due to cut this week or next week. I think it's going to be cut next week, sent to them, then they'll start production.
Okay.
Then, of course, the remaining balance, once we receive, they'll invoice for the rest of it.
Yeah.
But the ball's rolling, and just some of their language and their delivery and the sense of urgency that they have leads me to believe that they're not going to sit on it, and it should not take a long time.
So
to
we'll
get
have them by
these.
season is the main,
Yes,
yeah.
yes. The plan is definitely we'll have those when the season starts. So moving on to the UV machine repair. We had that going. We were full steam ahead, and then the Spear Corporation, their Landmark Aquatic now, they said we need water in the pool. So that has been pushed to May. However, it's my understanding the quote is still good for what it costs to fix both. It was around $6,500. And in conjunction with that, I'd like to mention 3 of the pumps have been pulled, and they're being rebuilt back to high functioning quality. So that leaves 2 pumps for the next budget year to have the same thing done to them. And then at that point, it's my opinion that everything will be as close to it was the day the pool opened,
Good.
the aquatic center opened. Everything will be working in good fashion, and that's what we wanted from the
Sure.
get-go. That's our priority, is to get everything back to new. The water fountain replacement that was purchased, it's sitting there. Terry's waiting until closer to season to put that on the outside of the building. There has been a couple of other things going on there. If you've been by the aquatic center recently, the light blue that was around the building isn't there anymore. It's more of a dark, richer brown that kind of blends in,
Good. I like that.
matches the brick. I think the word was classy. I
Looks classy.
like the classy look to it. Inside the entrance, it's still light blue, and I'm looking to maybe make that a deeper blue, something more resembling the sky. Just, I
Dress it
hate
up.
to say it, just tone the building down just a little bit. That way the excitement's on the inside, and when people walk through, they're just blown away with this fancy, classy-looking building on the outside opens up into a fun place.
Sure.
I have ordered AED batteries for the AED that's on site at the aquatic center. They had expired, so we will always keep 2 of those at the aquatic center, just based on the activity that goes on there. If something ever happens to the one in the machine, we can pop it out, and we've got another one right behind it, and it's always going to be in working fashion. So that's something that came up. So we made sure that everything was in a good fashion as far as the AED is concerned. MyRec, we are going to move forward with the training and the use of MyRec for this year. We've paid for it for the year. Our year has actually been changed to start October 1st. So it's not going to be a rush situation where we've got to burn this thing up and it's going to be finished in April. They switched it for us.
Good.
To start on October the 1st. So there won't be another bill paying for that in the middle of the season or right before the season starts. Then at the end of that year, we'll reevaluate because the cost of MyRec will go up on January 1st, as everything is these days. And what we're looking for that would cause that reevaluation is a citywide, department-wide program that maybe can encompass the functionality that we get out of MyRec, but however, multiple departments in the city can have use of the same software. That way everything's in one place. So that's going to cause the reevaluation at the end of the year for MyRec.
That's fair.
We may go forward with it, we may not, but that would be the reason why. I'm all for everyone having everything in one place, no matter what department it is with the city, and if the whole city and the departments as a whole can benefit from using the same software, then the public and the people, the customers that use everything's in one place. So just wanted to make sure that you understand the MyRec is going to be a year-by-year basis based on the potential for having a new set of software that can cover the city as a whole.
I can kind of speak to that just a little as well, if you don't mind, Trent.
Yes.
So we're looking at different software for the city, and in that, we are also looking to try to make it where people can make online payments. You know, we're kind of behind the times on being able to use credit cards for anything. You know, you can't pay your property taxes with credit cards, your net profits, your restaurant taxes, which affect you all. So there's a lot of things you can't pay online with a credit card. So we were trying to look into incorporating a system that he could utilize instead of MyRec. And since we're not real sure which software company we're going to go with, Trent and I had talked, and we both come up with the conclusion that it would probably be best to go ahead and use MyRec, being that you already paid for it. And then maybe next year I'll already have a set decide on where we're going with this, and then we can incorporate it something that could be one for all. You know, it's kind of, we have all these little mini things going on, and it would be nice to have one system that everybody can use.
Sure, no, I agree.
But I don't know if that's going to work, but we'll know probably a little bit more next year.
That's the goal, anyway.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's our goal.
Yes.
I like it.
Okay. What I've handed you is an aerial picture of the Aquatic Center with some crude red ink drawings on it. That comes to the wonderful portion of me asking for something.
Trent. I'm having trouble understanding you.
Oh dear, it's early morning. It's hard on me, Kelly. But I
It's hard
will.
on me at my age to hear you too.
I will try. Thank you. I apologize. I would like for you to consider the purchase of an additional umbrella for the deck at the Aquatic Center. Where you see the circle that is colored in, and then above it you see an X. The X is the location of a 12-foot umbrella right now. What I would like to do, and I've talked with Terry about this, would like to purchase a 20-foot umbrella, put it in the location where you see the X. Then move that 12-foot umbrella closer to the building where you see the round tot pool, and then you see the zero depth. Now, this is completely a want, but I'm asking for this for the reason of, one, it provides shade. That's the straightforward benefit from it. However, over time, after talking with Terry and some of them that have spent some time at the Aquatic Center, based on the lack of shade in the area, lounge chairs are being moved close to the building, getting in the way of traffic back and forth to the bathrooms. And then also, that straight line that you see At the zero depth, the large pie-shaped structure, there's I believe it's a 12-inch wide gutter system with plastic grates over the top of them. And people have been moving their chairs, basically sitting on top of those, part of the chair. That much pressure on those causes them to weaken faster. So the hope would be, if we have a shade structure there between the two pools, that it may pull those chairs away from the gutter system and under that shade. Those are the grates that break when people continue to walk on them. So if people move their chairs forward, the simple path is to walk all the way across those grates, causing them to break. Now, a 20-foot umbrella, when it was purchased in 2014, was $4,591. The same company that we purchased that from in 2014 is charging $7,682 for that umbrella now. I thought that was ridiculous. I did some searching, found a couple of websites that dropped it below $7,000, and then I finally decided I'll call the company that actually makes it. And they do sell those direct. And with shipping, they will sell one for $6,663.58. Now, they're coming from Evansville, Indiana. I see no reason for us to pay shipping if the tourism board would choose to go forward with purchasing this umbrella. We'll go get it. That will take the $530 shipping off of it, and that would bring the cost of the umbrella to $6,133.58. Now, I do want to stress, this is a want. This does not have to do with the pool functioning whatsoever. It's not a need. It's not a have to have. It's a want with what I think is a few benefits on the back end that may alleviate some issues that we've had at the aquatic center before. But however, it doesn't deal with the pumps. It doesn't deal with the valves. It doesn't deal with anything like that. So if the board agrees to purchase this, that's an amendment to the budget, and should something happen that affects the functionality of the aquatic center and the water out of the norm or what was not expected, then that would be extra monies that I would have to come back to you and ask for it with a sense of urgency. So I do want to stress that this is a want. I believe it has benefits, but it is a want. If the board wants to buy it now, we'll take the steps to get it. We'll put it on the deck and get it going for next season. Or if the board wants to consider just pushing it back to the next budget year, whatever you all think. However, this season sounds like a good season to possibly consider this. Based on the replacement of the grates, the breaking of the grates, because they're plastic. Those gutter grates are plastic, and they have to be plastic. You can't buy metal ones, and they're not cheap either. Somebody steps through them, and that's what ends up happening because people use that as a sidewalk for some reason. But
More
that's
of a liability than anything.
Right.
Yes, and so it's a hope that this shade will draw people. They can watch their kids from the shade instead of get as close to the water as possible and put stress on those plastic grates.
It's also, the baby pool is right there.
Yes.
And there is no shade for the little ones. I always thought that was difficult to deal with when you've got little ones and you've got the bigger ones over there and there's no shade.
Yeah, the
So-
closest thing to that, is the 12-foot umbrella, but it's pretty good distance
Right.
from the tot pool. And then there is a rectangle structure in that corner,
Still far.
but I think that's rented. That's a rental opportunity there. So as far as just something in general for people to scoot under to watch the little ones,
Yeah.
there's nothing there. Yeah.
I have a couple of questions. Is that price firm now as maybe next spring or next summer?
It is good until December the 31st.
This year?
of this year, yes.
Okay. Now, do you have a place to store it if you buy it now and bring it over here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. It is, the freight is so high, not for the weight, but for the length of the boxes. We do. But we would do our best to get it in the ground as soon as possible if you all chose to move forward with it.
So you're saying if it's not purchased by the end of December, the price could go up?
It will go up.
It will.
I don't know
It'll
how
go up.
much, but it
Everything's
will
going
go. Yeah, she just said that this price is good to the end of the year, and they know the price will change come
Okay.
January 1st.
Okay,
She just
thank
didn't
you.
know how much.
Is there any additional expense in moving that umbrella over, or is that something Terry and the guys can do, or?
Well, the good thing is these sleeves that go in the ground, these square sleeves, no matter what size the umbrella is, 12 or 20, they're interchangeable.
Great, okay.
So
Okay.
we can go ahead and put the sleeve in the ground. We could actually even get it, if you purchase it, we can actually get it in parts, and we can get the sleeve first. We can put that in the ground and then wait and get the umbrella right before the season starts. They'll actually hold it for us. But since we have space to store it, we would go ahead and get it.
So we don't need to make a motion, or we do need to make a motion?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
we need
what
Yeah,
what
this
he's
is an-
looking for is, if you all agree with it, just go ahead and make a motion to amend. We won't actually officially amend because we have enough money in the budget right now, but that will help when we do the budget later, that we've already had this approved, and if something comes up and he needs to use the extra money, it's an official amendment
Yeah.
motion.
So we're not amending the budget?
You are making a
Make a-
motion to amend it, but we will amend it at the end if needed.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just wait and see, because you have extra money in there for pumps and things like that you have to have. And so if he doesn't end up having to use that, you may not even have to amend it, but it would be nice to have the motion to amend it just in case. Because if that need arises, you have to do it. You can't wait, or you have to shut the pool down.
Right.
So this just helps with that.
Okay. I would like to make a motion to amend the budget for the purchase of the,
And I'll second
Umbrella.
that. I'll
Joyce
second that.
seconds.
Yeah.
All in favor with the sign of aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, so moved. There you go.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
all. Thank you. The last thing that I just wanted to mention with you, with the board is, I've been at this for almost 2 months. Seeing numbers tied to LAC is enlightening would be the kind word I would use for it. Fearful, maybe more accurate. The capacity. We've been talking a lot in the last couple of weeks about the capacity and the number of people that are allowed in the aquatic center during season. I do know a few times last year it hit the cap of 500, and that was the capacity that was in place at the time. Originally, we haven't found anything stated in black and white, but yet people that were there when it opened believed the capacity was 750. That's a big difference, especially when you're talking about the revenue that could be brought in by those extra people. Now, I had not gone to the aquatic center, so I don't know what 750 people inside there looks like. I don't even know what 500 looks like. However, I've done the math on the admissions and just to see what kind of revenue that may bring. So I just wanted to inform you all that we are at least going to start out at 600. Then if we hit capacity, we see what that looks like over a couple of days. We see what the lifeguard situation looks like. We see how everything functions with that many people. If we can take more, we'll bump it up more.
Now, is that something you can decide, or does the state need to decide?
Well, the information we receive based on the number of gallons, surface
Right.
area, things like that, we got information back, and I can't remember who it came from. Spear, the Landmark Aquatic people. They figured 1,000.
what?
Yeah,
Possible.
yeah. Yeah, and like almost 70 kids in the tot pool, and I can't see that many tots in the tot pool. That's a lot of tots. But yet, we looked for something that just concrete said, this is all you can let in there. And so far, we haven't found that. I'm just going by maybe what Elsa remembered, what Terry remembered. Aaron thought he remembered the same number, and they all thought it was 750 when it was opened in 2014. I'm not comfortable with saying, let's try that again.
I mean, I think
it's
we
a
all
lot of
agree
people.
safety is our top goal.
Absolutely.
And if you don't have
Absolutely.
enough guards to guard that, which at times I'm concerned about, honestly,
Right.
That's a
anyway.
lot of
Even
chairs.
now. It worries
That's a
me.
lot-
There's
where we-
nowhere to sit.
All those, that's a lot of chairs.
Yeah,
How many
there's a-
chairs will there be
when it's all said
when
and
we
done,
get these new chairs? Like 250 or 300, something like that?
Oh, the lounge chairs.
Yeah.
the lounge chairs, the top, what do you want? I think we're just at 165.
Right.
Started out at 225.
Oh, okay.
We're unsure what happened to 60 of them at this time.
That's a lot to lose. A lot of
That
to
is.
lose.
And they
That
could have been
is.
damaged
No, I
with
mean,
the
it's
double
been
straps.
10
Yeah,
years,
damage,
so-
Yeah.
different things. And maybe the next budget year, we're bouncing some ideas around for space for additional chairs for more people, because there are some people that come just to lay out.
Yeah, or they're there with their kid.
They
they're not
might
getting
get in the
full-
water twice the
Right.
whole time they're there, but their primary reason is to absorb the sun and get a tan. So Terry and I have been talking about some options there, and probably have something I'll bring to you next budget year. But as far as, you're exactly right, the capacity is going to be definitely based on the lifeguards. Getting them
Because
to
we all
show
want
up.
more revenue,
Having
obviously.
the-
but
yes,
at the end of the
I'm
day,
all for increasing the
If there's an accident
revenue.
out there, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. That's just me.
Exactly.
But
Exactly. That's
many
the
to
one
think
thing
about.
we don't want to happen. So that's why we will be, if we have to add more lifeguards, if we can find more lifeguards, reliable, show up, responsible, if we can find them and they can do the 600. Of course, the 600 is capacity. I don't know how many times they hit 500 last year. It seems like on Facebook, 3 or 4.
And is that all in there at one time, or is it just pass through the gate during the day? Do you
I
know
think
that?
it-
At once.
At once.
Yeah,
There's
it's at
500 people
once.
in there.
Yeah, I think it happened, it seems like to me quite a bit.
I just remember seeing on
It's just so
Facebook a lot of times
cool.
where its admission is closed. But
great
I'd like to
problem.
start out with 600. 500, I don't know when
Mm-hmm.
it was down to that, from 750. But definitely, that is something we've actually discussed as far as having enough lifeguards.
I would like to get some guidance from the state or from Red Cross
Yeah.
or
That's what I was
somebody.
going to say. I feel like we would have got a certificate of occupancy
I would
on that,
think from the
on
fire,
that building.
right.
So I'll go back and look through all the project stuff that we have here
Yeah.
and just make sure.
'Cause
But
I
I
don't
feel like
remember.
we
That
would
was-
have got a certificate of occupancy on that.
And
long
we've got a
time ago.
name with somebody with the
Okay.
state. Terry recommended we start with her.
I'm waiting to hear back from state.
Okay.
Was it Miss Brown?
Yeah.
Miss Brown? Yeah.
Okay.
I don't recall her first
You
name.
say you
but
talked to Terry Wilkerson?
Terry Ashley that handles
Okay.
but I mean, we've called numerous people in the area that were here then, and we've looked through files, and we can't find anything that actually spells out
If it's deemed
concrete.
safe, yeah, pile them in
So-
there as many as want to go.
But yeah, when Spear came back based on the surface area of the water with 900 and some odd people, yeah, that's not going to happen.
It's optimistic.
That's not going. That's not going to happen. I don't think you can get 900. Maybe from fence to fence,
I
packed
don't even know where
in.
they'd park.
Exactly. Yeah, we'll line up and down the hill. But I guess then I just want you to be aware that we are looking at
Yeah,
the
well, I appreciate it.
capacity
Yeah.
situation. We can come back to you, maybe just in the form of Elsa letting you know.
Yeah. We've
I
got
don't
plenty
know
of
that-
time at this point, so yeah, work on it. and see
Yeah,
what you
I'm
get.
anxious, I'm a little curious about that, so I'm anxious to get those numbers on that.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Me too, because that's a 250 drop
That's a big
from
difference.
from word of mouth to what it was when it was open. It's a almost 500 drop from what Spear came back with, but I'm kind of just
Mm-hmm. That
discounting
number's
that.
not
That's not going
possible.
to happen.
I've been in there when all the chairs were full and people had towels down in the grassy areas. There were
Yeah.
people everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to give a recap on the chairs, I was reviewing last month's minutes. We started with 250, we were down to 175, and you guys made a motion to purchase 55 new ones. But now also keep in mind, there's going to be some surplus property.
Yes.
And-
Is that counting the ones that are in surplus right now?
Yes.
Okay, okay. But that's all I have.
All right.
And we'll definitely keep you
Yeah.
informed about the capacity question. But I want to stress too, I'm not going to make anything a hazard
No,
or a
we know that.
danger
No,
or
safety
a health
first.
issue. Safety first,
Right.
that's right. If one bad thing happens, that's too many.
That's right.
Yep.
So we'll definitely take that into consideration and make sure that we can
Yeah,
cover everything.
just make sure we
Thank
cover our
you, Trent.
basis, yeah.
All right, thank you all
Thanks for
very
your
much.
attention to those other
I have a
matters,
question,
too.
Trent.
Yeah.
We started 254 years ago, correct?
Chairs?
Lounge,
10, 12 years ago.
Yeah, 2014?
yeah.
That's what I am told.
Well, that's what I remember too. And we have 175 now?
Yes.
Yes.
Do we have any idea what happened to the 75? No clue, huh?
No idea.
Okay.
No idea. I don't know if there's any record that any was ever surplused in the past.
I don't have record that there was any surplus.
Okay.
And I don't know if they were just damaged
I
and they
mean,
couldn't
I would think
be.
over the years that
Right.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, over
Half
time,
damage and they've just been,
when they're wrapped and it's covering those rivets and.
If you just lost
I-
8 or 10 a year, there you are, you've lost.
Could be.
100.
Are we repairing any of them?
I don't know that
We
we.
just trash can them?
Or we'll surplus them and note them as having some
Right.
issues. The ones that Elsa's getting ready to bring up, as far as the surplus, you can see that there's some scrapes, scratches.
Yeah.
Some of the straps may be loose over time based on just usability of it.
Sure.
So.
Do we have cameras down there after hour on the pool side that somebody pulling up and picking up something or whatever?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. And the system there now is a newer system than what was there when it opened. So of course, I can't really say what the older system was like, but I can tell you the newer system right now can be monitored in real time from home.
They'd be easy to steal at night if somebody needed one.
Yes.
Really, maybe we can look at a chain to lock them up every night.
Oh, just
I'm
to run through them all, like
Yeah.
you chain up the bicycles at the bike rack? Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, if the chairs are made that way, I'll talk to Terry about that and see if they're made that way where there's that loop in it where you can run something through them
I'm
all.
just curious.
Yeah.
I don't trust anybody. Can't help it.
Trent, I have a question because we are getting ready to talk about the surplus property. Oh, I'm not going. This may be a Terry question. But
Okay.
of the 41 that we're wanting permission to surplus, will that come out of those numbers? Is that included in these numbers, do you know?
I honestly don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. That would be a Terry question. He's off today, but if he comes in tomorrow,
Okay.
I'll just check with him and ask him how many we have that are not surplus. And
Gotcha.
then we'll
But
have a-
regardless, these are, you have in your packet a request for surplus material, and it's for 41 chairs that we would have to have a motion to do. And they are 41 that is recommended that not be utilized to the public at our facility. And then there was an additional surplus request for the, we used this years and years ago. It was the Magic Card Pronto system, where we would scan the season passes. That is just out of date, and they're not going to be able to utilize that anymore. So Trent has made a request to add that to surplus property as well.
Okay. You need a motion to surplus that property. Can I get a motion to approve that?
So move.
second.
Kelly and Lindell, all in favor, sign of aye.
Aye.
All right, so moved.
Thank you all very much.
Hey, thanks
Thank
for your
Thank you,
work.
Trent.
Thank you.
So I guess we covered surplus property, retail recruitment firm.
Okay, this is just a recap because the email went out a couple weeks ago, and if you guys cannot hear me, let me know, and I'll talk louder. But it was recommended that we reschedule the presentation with retail strategies that was going to happen today, and to hold off on that until the new Economic Development Board would be available to help give input and maybe be present, so all partners could be present. I was able to find, and I just wanted to make sure that someone wasn't overlooked for additional companies that provided these services, and there are 6 that I could find. Of course, we've talked to 3. One we still are not going to be in favor of, and then the other 2 are data collection only. I just wanted you to know I did follow up on that.
Yeah, it
But-
sounded like the new economic development team is going to focus on this type of thing, so we'll get their involvement maybe
Right.
and see where we go. Might have better luck.
And it would be safe to move slow and make sure we're making the right decision, so.
Right.
That takes us to the Healthplex, if you have an update, Ryan.
Well, I don't know if, who attended or watched the council meeting last Monday, but there was a huge crowd here. Tennis team, supporters of the proposed Healthplex. I didn't hear from any naysayers on it. Basically, the city took a first big step. I commend them for doing that. It's a big commitment on them to sign a resolution so that Steve Meredith can go to the state and see what funds are available for us, to hopefully fund part or all of this, or who knows what. But we have Steve's support in Frankfurt on this, and he's going to bat for us. So I do commend the council for making that decision. It's a big decision. I know they didn't take it lightly, nor should they have, but I'm glad they were receptive to it. So we are making progress officially. So that was,
Hey, Ryan, can you tell me what steps have to be done in chronological order for this to be successful? What's our first step?
well, I think the first step at this point, what we're waiting on is to get state funding
From Steve.
from
Merritt.
Steve. And if
If that
Denny,
happens-
if you want to chime in too, you're probably more educated on than I am, but that's crucial to this. Who knows what we get, if any. But I think once we have that answer, we'll have our roadmap ahead of us of how we're going to get there.
That's
So,
what I was looking for,
yeah,
roadmap.
I think that's fair. Any other questions on the Healthplex at this moment? There's not, that was kind of the update, I think.
Okay. Leadership Grayson County, we do get one spot in that class because we're presidential circle members of the Chamber of Commerce, and Angie Jones has decided to take that spot,
That's good.
so she can
You'll
go
like
through
that.
that class, and
Feel like it.
it's a good class. Christmas on the Square will be Saturday on December 6th. The parade starts at 3:30, and then events on the Square are from 4:30 to 7. So all plans are moving forward with that, and it's going great.
What's the date, the 6th?
The 6th. Now, on Friday, the day before, we'll have Light Up Litchfield at James Bevel City Park, and that's at 5 o'clock. If you guys could
Okay.
attend, it's a great little event. Mural. So I was able to reach another painter, an artist who does murals, and he has done many in Edmonson County, Brownsville, Bowling Green, and surrounding counties.
Did he do the big one there in Brownsville?
I believe so.
Okay.
He is going to send us a quote and a presentation with some examples of his artwork and
Yeah.
where they're at, and then give us just kind of an example of what he thinks would look good on the building if we started fresh. Of course, we will all collectively make the
Sure,
decision.
right.
But if you have a couple people on the commission who would like to serve on a committee, just to look over that, so it doesn't have to linger from month to month with just me, that would be great to have more input, if anyone's
How
interested.
do
I
you,
am.
how many do you want? Just whoever?
2 would be great.
2? Carla's 1. Angie's all in. I mean, she's excited about it.
She's got fire in her about that.
Okay.
No, that'd be great.
Great. So I'll keep you guys posted. We just had the Gun and Knife Show at the Center on Main, and I cannot tell you how good it went. I was totally amazed. I've never been to a Gun and Knife Show, much will help put one on. We had 56 tables,
Wow.
paid tables, and 456 paid in attendance at the door.
That's great.
Wow.
So
that's
it
great.
was really good. So we were able to make over $3,600 for the Center on
Oh,
Main.
that's wonderful.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Do we derive any income off these shows?
We made over $3,600. It was $3,680, and it was for the Center on Main.
Wow.
Yeah, it was great. And we did $25 a table and then $5 admission, with 12 and under being free. And I think many places do $10 admission and more per table. But it was really good. All of the vendors seemed to be very, very happy and want to come back. So we'll plan on doing this annually.
Yeah, that's
Good,
great.
great.
Good idea.
Awesome.
Never know what's going to take off, do you?
I know. And it was pretty interesting. Halloween. So Safe Spot in Litchfield, Caneyville, and Clarkson will be on the 31st, which is Friday from 5 to 8. And Ange, I know that you head up the one here in Litchfield. Is there anything you want to say specifically about that one?
We are moving right along. We have several people signed up that's going to set up and everything, so we've just been fielding questions and stuff.
Okay, if you need any help that Friday, let me know. I'll be in town. I am not going to be able to set up for the first time in probably 12, 13 years this year. But Angie did make mention that if we want to be able to continue to support the event, I can grab some more candy and hand off to her. She has some school classes that hand that out, if you guys are in agreement.
Classes,
Yes.
from, groups from the high school and stuff. And they are counting on their mamas and daddies, basically, to buy them all a bag of candy to come. So they don't typically have that much. So anytime I have extra candy donated, I give it to the youth programs
Okay.
for them to give
Okay.
out.
I'm all for that. How do we handle this?
Well, we already have it in our
Oh,
budget
okay.
to purchase candy. I just didn't purchase as much this year. And what I do have now, I'm going to be using at Trunk or Treat that I'll be doing with April and Tiffany. It's in the daytime on Thursday at Wilkie. So it's like 1 hour.
Okay.
But I'll grab some more and make sure and get it to you on Friday. And I am available to you on Friday if you need any help. Okay, I don't have anything else for old business.
Nope.
I'm going to move right on along then. And I did send you guys out some emails with notes about the Jack Thomas House and the Historical Society request. I did go on and include those on the back of your agenda, if you have any discussion or questions.
Has everybody had a chance to read that and consider?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I, for one, am in favor of helping the Jack Thomas House.
I'm in favor too.
Yeah.
I also feel, I'll speak up, I feel like we shouldn't bury the whole cost of it. But we're definitely in a position to help.
I spoke with Arlene, or asked Arlene about that, just to make sure that we, legality, we were okay to do that. And she requested that they make a written request that would be in any grant form, which they can do, and that we have very strong record keeping, like to show where the money was spent, and that it was spent toward the request, and that it was for a public purpose, like expenses to keep the building operating and open.
Mr. Chairman, I can answer some questions
Yeah.
if people have questions. Ryan and I met last week and pretty much went over everything that we had, so if you got any questions, I'll be glad to answer them.
Yeah, I think Elsa did a good job summarizing our discussion in here,
Yes.
really. I mean, just for the public's record, I guess, you've cut back hours.
Yes.
Cut back days. What else?
We've had 2 budget meetings,
Right.
and we've drastically cut the hours of the house is open, and drastically cut the hours of our receptionists.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we have some costly repairs that's due on the house. And I don't know if people understand old houses, what you have to do to them.
Yeah.
And you see that we have approximately 200,000 CDs. And roughly 30,000 are those in the Thomas Cemetery, and we can't cut that money unless we do something to the cemetery.
Sure.
So, and we lost our benefactor. He was doing $10,000 a year. He passed away several years ago and bequested us that money, and we were informed this year that it's not there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And so we run right at a $8,000 deficit coming up this year. And we're trying, every way to raise money, but it's just not out there.
Yeah, we discussed ways, maybe you could raise annual dues or have a fundraiser or something to help
Yeah.
cover some of that deficit, but
Yeah, so
it's,
that's pretty much it. If we don't have the funding, we probably will have to maybe shut the house down. Utilities are crazy right now. Y'all look at your utility bill. But it's hit us too. But I would appreciate anything that they can help us out with.
I know you and I talked about it. Did you get anywhere, you've talked to the judge and
Yes, I
have they made
did.
any sort of commitment at all, or just,
He said that they
Whatever
would
you can
help
say.
out, but he wanted me to come to you all first.
Okay.
So, if we have to shut the house down, we'll go to volunteers from the society to keep it open for the days. That's about our only option right now.
right?
And we're trying to find some legacy donations.
Mhm.
They're just not out there.
Right.
All right, thank you all.
Hey,
As far as like history in Grayson County, it's really all we have, and I don't want to see it shut down.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I said, as far as history in Grayson County, it all sits there in that house. I don't want to see that shut down.
Kelly,
And I
have
know-
any other entities said that they would?
I'm sorry,
Have any other entities said that they would help in this? I didn't mean to cut you off.
I'm sorry, I still didn't hear you.
Have any other agencies or organizations said that they would help with some of what? you
Just the
need?
county judge
Okay.
said he would look at it. But he said he could help us out, but he wanted us to come to the city first. And the city said too, it's, everybody wants somebody to have some skin in the game.
Right.
They don't want to, so, I hate to come and beg and borrow and start stealing it, but
don't do that.
So I'm hearing any amount would help, and you would understand it's a short
well,
term.
we're projected around $8,000 deficit this year, according to the budget committee, and I'm on that. Providing something doesn't go out. We had heating system go out last year. It just, anyway.
Red alert.
That is the scariest one of all the alarms. I think we should help.
So did we give them 5,000 last in through 13? So
In 2013,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the
we
one.
did 5,000. I think it just met payroll, yeah. Met payroll expenses for them then. And of course, that was 12 years ago. And that was a one-time grant. What discussions out there on
So
the
to
table?
follow up too with Arlene, I'm sorry, I keep interrupting you guys.
No, go ahead.
She did say this, she did not recommend this be a long-term thing.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, I think Kelly and I talked enough the other day that that society itself needs to figure out how to,
Right.
they're figuring it out as they go, but
What if we do 8,000? And then see if other people can help them out.
Is 8,000 the total you need?
I would do
8 to 10 was the total you
Right?
need?
They need 10,000.
8's the deficit, I guess.
8 is what they need, so
What
I don't see that we should do all of it, but I may be
City
wrong.
tourism,
So what do
ongoing
you think,
annual.
Ryan? What's
Well,
your
this
thoughts
is
on
what I was
this
reading.
amount?
This, the
You've
request
got-
was made that the city tourism may contribute an ongoing annual of 10,000.
Oh.
That's what I'm reading, that's what I thought, that's why I thought they needed 10, and so I was going below that and saying 8. Because a request was made that the city tourism make an ongoing annual contribution of $10,000.
Yeah, it does say that. I don't,
So now,
And
that's what I was.
I
kept
think that
going
was
back
the
to.
max
Okay,
wish
that's
list.
where I thought, well, we'll come in at 8 and maybe somebody will help.
I mean, I guess if I'm thinking out loud, my suggestion would be us and the county maybe do half, whatever that, or however that works out.
Half of what?
of the 8.
Eight.
Half of the 8?
I
Okay.
mean, of course, we need the judges.
Grayson County Tourism, what are you saying, or
No.
who's the
Well, I
other
mean,
half?
it could be.
Could be. And then you've got the county, and then you've got the city.
And then
So
maybe
there's
some
three
private
other ones.
investors. or
Maybe.
Private,
Yeah.
Kelly, has the city of Clarksville or Caneyville been asked to contribute any? Do you
I
know?
can't hear you.
He asked if the city of Clarkson and Caneyville have been asked to donate.
We have not. The judge asked, I asked the judge about Grayson County Tourism being a partner in it. He said they don't have any money. At all. He said they have to borrow, never mind. From them to pretty much operate.
So basically, you're looking at the county and the city and tourism, is that right?
I think the city,
haven't spoken to the council at all, and I don't think they can do it.
the city is, you're asking the tourism commission, not,
Tourism,
yeah.
I think regulations prevents the council from doing nonprofit 501c3s. But anything would be better. Like I say, I haven't started stealing yet, but I'm begging.
Keep him out of the aquatic center, there's chairs out there.
I'm kind of like Brian, I'm thinking maybe we do half of the, we do 4, and then hopefully county will pick up
Yeah.
some on it too. But I'm like you all, I don't think that we should do the full amount.
And I don't think, I mean, for the record, I don't think this needs to be something that's an ongoing expense in our budget every year either.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we'll do grants like we've done in the past, but,
To just have it ongoing, I don't think that,
No.
right.
But I agree with you,
yeah.
Angie.
So is that a motion, Angie? Do you do up to
Yeah,
$4,000?
Up to 4,000.
I'll second.
And Lyndall, second.
I agree, Angie. I think you're right.
All in favor with the sign of aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? And Kelly, you abstain, correct?
Abstained.
Thank you.
Now tell me what we just did.
You really did abstain.
4,000.
Okay.
And then we'll
It's
talk,
appreciated.
yeah, and then talk to the judge or
Is
fiscal
it an
court.
annual contribution or one time?
One time.
One time.
and I will get with you, Kelly, or someone from the Historical Society about the paperwork that we need to make sure everything is in order.
Okay.
Okay, Grayson County Master Gardeners, they have come to us and they don't want anything, but lots of groups and organizations are starting to prepare for America 250, which is in 2026, and they wanted permission to plant red, white, and blue flowers at the welcome sign up here on 259 South.
Absolutely.
They just wanted permission to do it, which is great, and we may have to buy or come up with a couple planter boxes.
Sounds good to me.
The only other thing I have is just a reminder that Tiffany and I will be at the annual state conference next week, Wednesday through Friday.
In Louisville, right?
Yes, it's in Louisville this year. And that is all I have.
Any other new business?
If I can get you all to sign your open records and meeting act paperwork. you guys
Elsa's
all
way
know
ahead
that.
of you.
Right. There was only a few minor changes, if anybody's kind of wondering. I think, I don't know if she had put the email with it, but I think an address changed on page 8. I think they took out some kind of the pandemic statement, and then there was an addition on page 12, so.
Okay. I think we got that done. All right, any other new business? If none, we'll take a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
Joyce, Angie second, all in favor, sign of aye. Aye. All right, so moved.